This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for April 17, 2023. And in the news this evening, suspect held in murder of Ricky Trooper's daughter. The Bridgeport Police Department in Connecticut in the United States has announced it has captured the main suspect in the murder of music selector Ricky Trooper's daughter, Brianna Destiny McCoy. The 23-year-old mother was found unresponsive on April 6 around 11:20 a.m. inside her condominium in Bridgeport. An infant was found unharmed inside the home following the shooting. 40-year-old Derek Francis, whom McCoy was dating, was named as a suspect in the homicide. On Monday, the Bridgeport Police Department announced on its social media pages that he has been captured. The department said details would be provided later. Wholesale operator to forfeit $6.4 million from illegal bleaching cream sales. A Chinese businessman whose lifestyle authorities say was financed partly by the illegal sale of bleaching creams has been ordered to pay the government a $6.4 million penalty. The order was made against Chi Chong, a wholesale operator, on March 23 in the Supreme Court under the Proceeds of Crime Act, the Financial Investigations Division confirmed in a statement on Monday. The fine represents the amount he raked in through his illegal activity. The FID says its law enforcement partners are increasingly vigilant in looking beyond the predicate offenses to identify where a benefit has been derived from criminal activities for which persons have been charged or convicted. The genesis and the passage of this case through the court should be a reminder to the public and the business operators of the strength of poker, said Keith Darion, Principal Director of Investigations at the FID in a statement. If you benefit from breaking the law, the FID will utilize a poker to remove that benefit. Chung was arrested and charged after a quantity of bleaching cream was found at his business place during an intelligence-led operation on April 11, 2017. He was charged with unlawful possession of a quantity of products stored for sale contrary to Section 26(1)(h) of the Pharmacy Act. The products contained substances which are classified as the List 2 and the List 4 drugs or prescription drugs and would require a medical doctor's authorization before use, the FID said. Chung was also charged with breaches of Section 210 of the Customs Act and the breaches of Section 41 of the Food and Drugs Act. He was convicted on October 5, 2018 in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court for breaches of the Pharmacy Act. He was freed of the charges related to breaches of the Customs Act and the Food and Drugs Act. The FID successfully made an application on October 5, 2018 to the Supreme Court to have him committed for consideration of a forfeiture or pecuniary penalty order under Section 5 of POCA. The agency said evidence was presented in court showing that Chung's lifestyle was in part financed by the unlawful sale of products. Chung did not contest the charges and was cooperative throughout the trial, the FID said. Man accused of stealing $200,000 from Trelawny home charged. A man has been charged with housebreaking and larceny, house break-in with intent and malicious destruction of property following an incident in his community in Spice Hill, Trelawny on Thursday, April 13. Charged is 19-year-old Twain Campbell, otherwise called the Sock, a laborer in the parish. Reports from the Duncans police are that about 10 a.m., a woman who is the owner of two houses on the same property securely locked both and left. Upon her return, she discovered that one of the properties had been broken into and that approximately $200,000 was stolen. The lock on the grill of the second property was also damaged. She reviewed CCTV footage of the property and saw Campbell accessing the homes and made a report to the police. On Friday, April 14, a targeted raid was conducted and Campbell was pointed out by the woman. He was taken into custody, interviewed and subsequently charged on Sunday, April 16. Bail hearing for man accused of 2016 murder set for May 9. The bail hearing for a St. James man linked to the killing of 23-year-old Lincoln Atkinson in Backwood District, Pimento Hill in the parish almost 7 years ago, has been set for May 9 by the St. James Circuit Court. The accused, Sanjay Nelson, appeared before presiding High Court Justice Martin Gale on Monday, facing charges of murder and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Nelson, 37, was remanded until May 9, when his attorney Chuma Paris will file a bail application on his behalf. It is reported that on September 13, 2016, about 5:45 p.m., Atkinson was at home when he was pounced upon by armed assailants who opened fire, hitting him multiple times. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. According to the police, Nelson was identified as a wanted person in connection with Atkinson's murder after extensive investigations. He was eventually apprehended in St. Thomas. St. Anne police reviewing crime hotspots to be cleared for entertainment events. Deputy Superintendent in charge of crime Linton Bailey says some St. Anne communities designated as a crime hotspots will be reviewed to determine if they can be cleared for the staging of entertainment events. The police institute entertainment bans in the areas where there is tension, which has led to murders and shootings. But during last week's meeting of the St. Anne Municipal Corporation, the police came under fire from Councillor of the Beechertown Division, Ian Bell, for their refusal to grant approval for 5 parties in Parktown over the Easter holiday. Mr. Bell says the explanation was that the community remains concerned about criminal activities. The SP Bailey reminded the councillor that the areas designated as a crime hotspot can be reviewed. He also did not take kindly to Mr. Bell challenging the police information. Former policeman to be compensated for 9-year wait for transcript for his trial. The Attorney General today conceded that the constitutional rights of former police constable Garfield Williston were breached when he had to wait for 9 years to get the transcript for his trial for his appeal to be heard. After submissions began today in the full court, lawyers representing the Attorney General announced that an award and the legal cost will be paid to Williston. Attorney at law Hugh Wildman explained that he was consulted to represent Williston on his appeal against his conviction for a breach of the Corruption Prevention Act. He said after waiting for 9 years to get the transcript of the proceedings from the Maypen Parish Court in Clarendon, he decided to file a constitutional motion. The matter was set for hearing today and tomorrow. Wildman said his client is happy with today's outcome because having to wait for so long severely affected him. The transcripts were produced after the motion was filed. The appeal was heard last year March and the judgment has been reserved. Williston was convicted in March 2011 for soliciting money from a motorist. He was fined $70,000 or 6 months imprisonment. He gave a verbal notice of appeal after he was convicted. Wildman said that Williston, in his grounds of appeal, is contending that he should be freed because he is innocent and the parish judge made several errors of law. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.